All right, we'll be going live here in just a second, guys. Just a second. What is up, everybody? We are getting started here in just a second. Hope that everybody had a fantastic evening. I've been seeing some rumors about people's accounts getting wiped as far as their cards, and they were just getting credits back. Fortunately, that did not happen with us, so we are good to go for today. Alrighty. As you can see, I did a little work last night. Was doing some thieving. Was able to I'm glad that works. I was able to get some cakes put in the bank just so that we have them for the future in case we get cakes unlocked. Our bronze man, you can see that chocolate cake slice is actually not a card, so that one is technically allowed to be used. I don't know how I feel about that, so we're just gonna have to play that one by ear. But we do have a bunch of packs to open up, so let's get ripping here to start off the stream. Wanted to make sure we had a nice big opening to see kind of where we could go with everything. I'm gonna head over to the baker's stall real quick. I thought it was the end of the hardcore because this night almost ended my life last night. I wasn't paying attention and I was pickpocketing the stall here, and he just gave me a couple of whacks. But we survived. 2 HP. We were okay. We continued on. So when this night's in the way, I'm going to rip these packs here and see how things go. Get this out the way for you guys. Alrighty. Well, that ain't gonna help us. Burnt curries, not gonna do much. No. Alright. Nothing in that first pack. Let's see what our next pack's got. Another champion. Some salvage. That'll be good when we decide to move on to sailing. Bottom of scepter. Tin. That is fantastic. So that'll give us a little bit of options in the future as far as mining goes. Still need copper before we can make it into bronze bars and get the smithing XP from it, but the ability to just have it started is fantastic. Still need a pickaxe though. So Got a ways to go. Ooh, an infinity hat. Goblin mail. Okay. So it is foil goblin mail. So with that, I'm going to say that we get all of the colors of goblin mail, which does open up goblin diplomacy. However, we still need the die. So still got a long ways to go. But that is nice to get a useful foil for the early game. Pink rope top. There we go. Gorilla bone meal. Now, super compost is fantastic. If we can get something to put into compost bins, that would be amazing to be able to start farming off. Olimport root. Bandos kite. No. Nothing out of that one. White toy horsey, though. If we want something to play with. Actually, something to use. Another Sarah page. Zogre bones. Okay. Raw rat meat is huge. That is amazing. Obviously, it's a raw meat, so it's a food source. We just need to get rats. We have zombie rats, but that's far too ways away, I would say. It's not anything we're going to be doing anytime soon. If we can get giant rat or normal rat, that'll help. Corrupted dragon. Yeah, jump right into gauntlet. That's a dupe. Lots and lots and lots of packs for the morning. Elemental tiara. An emerald's good. Griffin feather, okay. Ooh, that is 4 common cards and 1 uncommon. See if we can get anything double ammo mold. Nothing. Got excited for nothing. All uncommon and common. Let's see. Blue boots. No. Lots of commons and uncommons. Iron kite shield, that's huge. That'll be a nice early game defense. Bird snare. Get some hunter going if we can grab a bird snare. Dragon full helm. Yep, let's get right on that. Nothing. Couple more packs to go here. Another white toy horse. Nope. Lava dragon bones. Nothing. Right? Or nothing. That's all we got. Let's see how many dupes we got. 40 credits. All right. So we are currently not able to do much other than thieving. Head and walk here. He keeps grabbing it right before me. Oh, you know what? It's because my Bronze Man plugin's on. For some reason, the Bronze Man plugin blocks stalls. So I'm going to have to manually enable those. Why it keeps making me walk there instead of actually doing it. Cooking, crafting. There we go. So we're gonna go with some thieving to start us off here because it's nice and easy. Gives us some options for progression later. Get some more packs. Also very quick. I did silk stalls a little bit last night, but silk stalls take so long to respawn. It's actually better to do. Just being cautious of that night. It's actually better to do the bakery stalls. Seems like it's a little faster. Go ahead and hop real quick to prevent the competition that we've got going on here. I don't really want to fight with other people and have to do it on the same tick, so. And of course I say that and immediately jump to a world where there's another person. There we go. If there's anybody. That knight's not trapped, so nobody trapped him. Alright. Go ahead and change this to walk here. Quick little swap there on the settings just to allow myself not to click on the baker accidentally. reset my XP track. I'll add that back up so we can see what we're actually going to get here. If you're new and just joining us, we appreciate it. Used to stream quite a bit all week, essentially, after work. And stopped about a year ago due to a new job, and recently I've been injured from that job, so I'm recovering from a knee surgery. Figured we'd jump back in here and play some TCG on RuneScape. Haven't truly played RuneScape in probably about 10, 12 years. But picked it up momentarily when we were streaming previously, just for our Tuesday fun plays. If you did make it all the way out here, we appreciate you stopping by. This is day 2 on our card core. We are currently sitting at 47 packs opened, and we're at 229 unique cards. So, got some interesting cards. We did get a foil gilded scimitar on day 1, which was super helpful because that'll give us the access to all the simmies, Rune and under. And I am following the traditional rule set here, so if you don't pull the card, you can't use it. Essentially making it to where the cards dictate everything. We started off yesterday with a little bit of agility. Then we went over to the guns. We get some basic thieving levels. And then came up here to stalls to increase the XP per hour. The only food source we have unlocked is cabbage, as far as obtainable food. And then obviously these chocolate cake slices are actually not a card. Most people are playing that you have to have the full chocolate cake to use it. I still haven't decided. I'm leaning towards, if it's not a card, we can use it, just because that's the rules, and not make any harder exceptions, but haven't quite decided it yet. And to be honest, it's not super important, because we're not doing any combat anytime soon, unless we can pull something lower level to actually fight. I am playing that if you get the item, you are allowed to bank it. So I've been banking a lot of these cake slices. I did bank a couple cakes, just in case we happen to get that card, but I don't see a lot of use in banking a whole ton of these items, these food items, considering there's only one card to unlock them. Highly unlikely we will get them, but if we do, I'll just come back here and we'll grab some more. You know, not the end of the world. We can always use some thieving XP. You are out of Pokeballs, Blazed. Sitting on almost 14K per hour. Oh. What a good thieving method for the time being. Not really thinking we're going to have much to go to anytime soon. Going to be any better. We did unlock the lockpick. However, getting a lockpick out of raids is going to be awfully difficult to do with only 10 HP and no low-level NPCs to actually fight. And me not having a ton of playing experience as of late, I'm not super comfortable with trying to flinch in raids. Not at 10 HP at least. It does work if you have the extension, which works off of a browser. Ahead and finish filling up the inventory here, and then we'll go do a dump real quick and rip another pack. You know what? We're almost at a level. Let's go ahead and get this level real quick, and then we'll rip 2 packs. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate you being here. This is day 2 on the hardcore account. Just starting out here. There's our level. We're just shy of a second pack. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get into the bank here. Dump this stuff off, and then we'll go ahead and rip the 1-pack here. If you're just joining us, I appreciate it. Welcome in. Feel free to hop in the chat. All right, let's see what we can get here. All right. Ooh, those are amazing. An iron full helm and an oak longbow. Those are great starting items. We're getting all kitted out as far as the gear that we can use. Unfortunately, we have nothing to use it on. So, the hunt continues for something low enough level for us to get some training in. Not gonna complain with some early game items. Just gonna put the knee up early, that way we don't get too stiff here. For those of you just joining, I did just have knee surgery, so you hear me talking about the knee, that's what I'm referring to. So, slowly but surely healing up here and trying to keep it from sticking. We have done 48 packs and sitting on 234 items, 6 foils. Definitely more clicking when it comes to the Baker stall versus Silk stall, but I like how hidden this one is. We don't have to worry about the guards at all, and it does respawn a lot faster, so it's actually more XP. Not going to complain about getting a little higher XP an hour right now, especially with how early game we are. As far as the collection goes, let me take a look at that while I'm doing this. We do have a couple of mid-game skilling items. So we do have like a Myth Axe. We got some steel limbs. We did get the oak longbow. We got some salvage. We did get tin ore, but we still don't have a pickaxe. And we also have Lovakite ore for long in the future here. We got some combo runes, which will be good for the future. We got a foil combo. The lockpick is always going to be a big help when we do get late game. And we did get a saw as well. You know, we got a bird snare. I don't know what we have as far as hunter goes when it comes to birds. So in theory, we could go do a little bit of hunter, which would be nice if we can get a bird snare from a spawn. Look here. So it looks like we can get it in a couple of places. Looks like the Isle of Souls is where we can get the bird snare from, which may actually be a nice break from thieving. So we can jump over and do that here in a little bit. With a level 9 hunter, that is. An option, and the copper longtails are level 9 and they're on the Isle of Souls. So we should be able to go over and do that. Then at level 20 we can get 2 bird snares. The Crimson Swifts give us 34 XP, the Copper Longtails give 61, so definitely a higher XP drop. Probably going to be very similar XP per hour, starting out with just one bird snare. Obviously, once we can get up to the 2-3 range, that'll make it a lot easier. But that does give us Hunter unlocked, so that is definitely a win when it comes to our options here for early game. We're not stuck with just doing thieving and agility. Getting real close to another pack. Here we go. 34 thieving. Does give us another pack. Let's check it out. Let's see what we get. Armadillo chain skirt. Okay. Okay. Relic a citizen. Oof. Okay. Trying to plan out our route here with our new cards. You see me looking off to the side. That's what I'm currently surfing, trying to figure out if there's anything else we can do outside of thieving and then, like I said, the Isle of Souls Hunter. Definitely going to try to do some of the hunter today. Let's see if we can't rip one more pack. Maybe unlock something in the combat range. If not, we can do that. We can also home telly and go do Ghost Ahoy, because I still haven't done that. And that would give us some packs. So we might do the rest of this thieving level here, and then jump down, do Ghost Ahoy, and then head to the Isle of Souls. I will say this is substantially better than doing the agility. The Vara course is a little scary knowing that it can hit you an 8 when we're such low HP currently, still sitting only at 10. Well, we got ourselves a nice little method here as far as being able to drop these and still stay in the rhythm. Makes it nice and clean. Easy to do. There's our level and another pack. Let's rip her open, see what we get. Weapon poison plus plus, that's nice. Guardian boots, not doing that anytime soon. And U-bird houses, okay. So nothing specifically that we can use at the moment. Let's go ahead and home teleport. We'll go do Ghosts Ahoy real quick. Or I'm sorry, the Restless Ghost, not Ghost Ahoy. Haven't done Restless Ghost yet. Who do we talk to first? Yep, the father. The father does not have a card, so we can talk to him. They were looking for a quest. Appreciate it. Hey, hey, hey. I am currently on stream, woman. What do you think you are doing? You're gonna make me put this on an ad break. Only gonna need the 30-second ad break, though. Anything more than that is just overkill. All right. Let's go ahead and grab this. Apparently, I haven't downloaded Quest Helper. Do that so we can make this completely mindless. I'm always terrible. That's my job. All right, Quest Helper is on. Go ahead and do this. We can go ahead and begin. Nah. No lies here. Run past these giant rats. And I'm sure all of these giant rats, big frogs, I'm sure these are all cards. I will double check just to make sure, but I have no doubt that they are, in fact, cards. Yeah, giant rat is giant. Frogs are frogs in general are all of the rats are seagulls are, I mean, everything pretty much with the combat level seems to be on here. So, still waiting for a low level mob that we can kill. The Ghost Speak Ami is actually not a card. So, can use that. But yeah, big frog, giant frog. All of these are cards that we don't have at the moment. There's the Restless Ghost. We gotta enter the Wizard's Tower basement south of Draenor. I do want to save just a little bit of run just in case we have to go back through the dangerous area. Last thing that we want is to get whacked. Lose out on our hardcore status. It's because we were lazy and didn't keep run energy. And the level 13 skeleton, that guy right over there is going to jump up and attack us, according to what the quest is saying. We're going to head and so that he can't get us. Oh, I would love to get chicken. That would be great. I could just get a nice low level seagull, chicken, rat, something. Train some combat here, but hasn't been in the cards yet. Hey, puppy. Been graced with the Husco. He decided to come say hello. No awoos. You didn't give me the awoo. Mugger needs to go home. He's clearly drunk, thinking he can attack me through a fence. He is being respectful. He is the sweetest of girls. Let's check out this cutscene. And that does get us all the way up to 9 prayer. That gives us 4 packs to open. So let's go ahead and rip these real quick. Zarek's Aid. Law runes, there we go. We are getting some runes. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the combat runes yet. Gold necklace. Mysterious emblem, that is a dupe. Alright. Small salvage again. 2 dupes in that one. Ooh. 4 commons and an uncommon. Raw summer pie. Sunfire runes. Garden pie. And then we did have some dupes, but not enough to do anything with, so. Alrighty. Let's see if we can't go to... Soul Wars. Lots of pie, lots of pie. All right, we are officially at Soul Wars. And if we look at this, we got to make our way all the way up here. Oh, it's going to be quite a trek. But then we can go right here to the Copper Longtails, and that'll give us some nice Hunter XP. So, go ahead and get out of these trees here. Oh, you know what? While I'm here, I might as well deposit these. Make us lighter. We don't need the ghost speak, can we? For some reason, Bronze Man turned off again. Turned it back on, so... Not that it truly matters, because we know what we have, and we're not going to do anything that we're not supposed to do here. I took the wrong path. We gotta go all the way around. If you're just tuning in, we're going up to the spinning wheel at the Isle of Souls here to grab a bird snare. We're gonna grab a couple, because we did unlock Copper Longtails, which does give us a hunter method. We did the museum quest, the mini quest. Got us up to 9 hunter. And then we've done our thieving a little bit today, and we did our agility yesterday. So, moving right along here. Overall, we've opened 54 packs, have 261 unique cards, and 6 foils. Spinning wheel is right through here. Right past all the rabbits. Nice little Zelda music to hype us up here. Can anyone tell me the name of this song? I'm sorry, Blazed, you don't know the name of it? Looks like we can only take 3. Herminia Fields, if I'm not mistaken, Blazed. There are the copper longtails. Alright, so we're going to drop down a bird snare here. See if we can't get some hunter XP. It did not look at that. I've known that one. Don't even have that one up. There is a way. I don't know if you know this, Blaze, but my wife is obsessed with Zelda. Dismiss Leo for now. Ooh, we caught one. Well, the name of the song on the playlist is Fields, so that's how I've always known it, but sure. That's quick hunter level. Yeah. Oh, of course, he was flying right at it when I took it down. Oh, well, my apologies. Like I said, this will be slow to start, but at level 20, we can set up 2, and that'll make it a much faster method. What do you think, chat? Should I cut the beard or keep the beard? Waiting on chopping off all the hair, cutting the beard. Do have a pack, so let's rip that while we wait for this bird. Galactic Implings. Nothing there. Another good one. You just joining, we appreciate it. Currently working on our hardcore account. Still have the hardcore status intact, day 2. Unlocked bird snares today, so we're trying out a different skill rather than just sitting on thieving and agility. Got agility up to 36, thieving up to 35. We did do the Restless Ghost, which just got us up to 9 prayer. And we did the museum, so we got the 9 and 9, and we've bumped her all the way up to 11. So slowly but surely we'll get up there. Unfortunately, it takes time. We could go move to Crimson Swifts, which may be a little faster. They are substantially less XP, but our catch rate is higher. So we're up over 50% catch rate on those, whereas these were only at 33. There's quite a few of them, but they're back towards the bank by the yacht that we just teleported in from. I don't know if it's worth trekking all the way down there. What, are all the birds taking a vacation? Decided they wanted to get as far away from the trap as possible? Thank you. While we're in here, let's go ahead and this. We'll keep the feathers just in case we do get the feathers unlocked. They are orange feathers, so there is a chance that we can get feathers unlocked, and it only takes up one inventory spot, so might as well hang on to them. Another hunter level. It does give us another pack, so we'll go ahead and rip that while we wait. Alright, arc light, pineapple seeds, spring squirks, and dragon fruit. Nothing too good for the current, but future, right? Future. Got to build up our hard pool as much as we can. It is nice to have another training method outside of just thieving and agility. And at level 20, we do get to use 2 traps. Looks like the poll right now is saying to tame it up. Why do I feel like my wife is the one who voted on that? Don't be giving me them eyes. I caught you. Yeah, that'd be a fun one. I'll switch to just chatting here, and I'll play this in the background, and you can sit there and cut my beard while everyone watches me look like I'm about to die. With you having sharp blades around my face. He just said, nope. How about there? You want to land on it now? Mm-hmm. Sure you are. There's another level. You had to just nope out of my trap, huh? and again. Sure you did. Whatever you say. Pixar didn't happen. Love to see all your repeat beard clients. Ah, there it is. Trim me up like the dog I am, huh? We're getting about half as much XP. Actually, about a third that we were making when we were thieving. A Mawile appeared. Oh my goodness. You are enough is in the chat. How you been, big guy? Yeah. Yeah. Just okay. We're only missing a couple of the old group that used to jump in all the time. But nice to see all you guys again. Figured while I'm out recovering with my knee, why not get back into the streaming scene and hang out with all you people. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, unfortunately, our office project has been put on hold until the knee recovers a little more. We got quite a bit of work that needs to happen there. Doing a pro wrestling show tonight. I was going to ask why you're not at the field, but I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it's not a fun drive. I was going to ask if you were going to do Max. I know Max is coming up here. I didn't realize it was next weekend, but now I know. Yeah, I mean, you can only do what you can do, right? Not like you can force people to pay for it, you know? We have a baby shower next weekend. Yeah, my stepsister is having her first child, so thank you, my love. Yeah, so we've got a baby shower, which is going to be an interesting one for me because I'm still on a cane, but and limping around. I appreciate that. Yeah, well, from the sounds of it, I'm going to be on the cane for a while, so. Surgery was no joke. Yeah, big strong wife ain't carrying me. Unfortunately, she's not going to be able to lift me up and carry me around places. Still got to get there. We were trying to get a sword cane at one point. Oof. Yeah, I mean, it's not fun. Knees are no joke, man. I had a PLC reconstruction, if you want to look that up. But essentially, it's just 3 ligaments in your knee, or tendons, that control balance and get activated with balance and bending. Not to mention my meniscus and ACL were both torn, but not all the way through, so they couldn't be repaired. So I'm nursing 2 pairs in those, and then my LCL was completely destroyed, and one of the other ligaments from the PLC cluster was completely shredded. So yeah, it was a big one, man, big one. And not gonna lie, money's a little tighter than I'd like it, because workman's comp doesn't cover as much as I was making, of course. They're more, there's only so much you can get from workman's comp before you cap out everything, and I've already capped it out. So figured I'd jump on and try to stream a little bit, see if I could supplement a little bit on the income. Oh, buddy, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. I do what I want. I mean, that is true. I don't know why it didn't pop in the activity feed, though. Not a fan of that. I don't know why that's not happening. It didn't pop up on Streamlabs or on my Twitch. Interesting. Well, thank you very much for the resub. Yeah, the rolling notification was the sub goal of 10. I don't know why it didn't actually pop as a sub in the activity feed, though. It shows me it went through, but it doesn't show me that it actually happened. I did the same thing with Silent yesterday. Yeah, I thought about trying to make it out to max, but I'm not cleared to drive yet. I'm not clear to do really anything yet, so I haven't I mean, I'm in pain just sitting here because we're working on breaking up scar tissue now, so not in the cards, if they would say. Or I should say, as one would say. We're gonna open up a pack here shortly. Hey, you know what? Let's just rip it now. This is nice and slow, so might as well. Alright, let's see what we got. Top hat. Those are dupes. Grapes, okay. And mud runes. We already get all the combo runes because of the foil combo rune we got, but it's nice to get another one. We're super close to another pack. Here, birdie, birdie, birdie. Didn't want to take the bait. Right there. A wild fungus. I was like, give you a day to what? You want that fungus, huh? Yep, they're super rare, but they do appear. There goes that cane. These birds just don't want to land. Oh, there you go. You caught it. Caught the fungus. Yeah, I started streaming again yesterday, and I ended up having to call it early because of my knee. So we'll see. Don't know how it's all going to play out as far as the amount of time I'm going to be able to do this. But I'm going to do the best I can, so. Here's level 17 hunter. At level 20, we do get the 2 snares, which will help. Let's open another pack, though. All right, let's see what we got. Mad Melvin. An iron sword. Okay, that's nice. We do have the scimitars already, but an iron sword is another option for us. Looking through, seeing if there's anything that we're going to be able to fight here. Gang bosses are going to be too high. We do have Earth Warriors, but I think Earth Warriors are going to be too high as well. Yeah, they're going to be way too high. Then we have the pirate captain sails around in the Feldip area, but we don't have sailing unlocked, so that ain't gonna help us. Dun, 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 dun. Do have ghouls unlocked, but ghouls are a little too high. As well as being in Canifis. Right now, our lowest combat enemy that we can fight is a tower guard, which isn't going to help us. We did get a couple of, like, an undead cow and zombie rats, but we just can't get to Mortania. Oh, unfortunately, those guys are off the table. No, not terrible. There you go. It looks like we're still locked out of combat, unfortunately. Another level that gets us another pack. And we're getting close here. Level 20 is when we are able to use 2 snares. So let's rip another pack, see what we can get. Ancient Essence. Nothing. Oh, yeah. We'll see. Like I said, like a low level mob that we can kill. Something to attack would be nice. Man, that bird just flew right over it and just sat there. There he goes. He was taunting me. Oh, the crimson or copper longtail. He just like sat on top of it and decided not to attack or not to actually land on the snare. He's like, yeah, I know what happens. All right. There's level 19. One more level. And we can use 2 snares. Yeah, I thought you weren't with them no more. That you guys were kind of parted ways. To put it nicely. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I was under the impression that Bob is no longer in the picture for them. From reading his rant online. Which I don't know how or where they're playing then. I didn't know if they were going to camp or if they're just kind of playing all over the place. Wow. Gulping on D's. And there it is. Yeah, I mean, I don't keep up that often, but what I see here and there, it just kind of seems like it's not exactly the happiest of environments. Yep. That's one way to put it. Ooh. Gulpin said nope. Yeah, it seems like they're the ones that you say I really want are never caught. Yeah, Blaze just scared him away. One more and we get to put down 2 snares. That'll make this so much better. Low level hunter is very slow when all you have are these birds. Fortunately, we did not get the net, so I couldn't do butterflies or anything like that. Boom, level 20. can put 2 up. You get a little easier. And we'll rip another pack. Let's see. Play said this one's going to be a banger, so. Samurai Greaves. Green Dragon Leather. A green cape. Nope. I mean, that was obvious. You said it was going to be a great one. I expected, you know, chickens, goblins, cows, coins, you know, all of it. So we were getting about 4K XP an hour before. Go ahead and reset it. Only 50%, eh? See, now that we have 2 traps going. Oh, perfect. We have 2 traps going for them to ignore both of them. Sounds about right. And again, ignore both of them. Fair enough. There's level 21. Keep going here and see if we can't boost that XP per hour. It is starting to increase for sure. A noticeable difference with 2 traps versus the 1. Again, unfortunately, we only have agility, hunter, and thieving currently. No good food source. Got excited, almost thought we were going to get a double catcher. There we go, double catcher. Welcome in, welcome, welcome. Appreciate everybody checking us out. We're on day 2 of the card core workout. Currently working on Hunter. Skills are on the screen. Appreciate everybody spending their time jumping into a smaller streamer. I know there's a lot of streamers out there, so I appreciate you choosing us. Just jumping back into playing some RuneScape. Haven't played in years. Decided to come back for the PCG plugin that they have going on currently while I recover from my knee surgery. Just going to be continuing to plug along here. Once I get a break where both traps are set up and ready to go, like that, I will go ahead and open up another pack. Dagon High. Nothing. Nothing we can use currently. Still looking for those early game mobs that we can take out. A pickaxe. Woodcutting axe. Something to fish with. A knife. Uh-oh. Hitmontop escaped. Ooh. Yeah, that was a good one. Hitmontop's one I don't think I've seen at all whatsoever. Since you're in the chat, you are enough. What do you think about the boys' progress so far this year? You think they got a good chance at winning it all? I know they had a little stumble last event, but they did make it up and end up taking third, so. I haven't been out there to actually see them play, so I just get to see them on a little bit of webcast footage. Yeah. It does suck that it was that team. Well, that's good to hear. I mean, I've known both those guys from around the field for a long time, so good to see that they're fitting in. And I haven't seen any big pit blow-ups with LJ as coach, so I'm sure that's a welcome improvement from what they had before. Yeah, it seems like it's going pretty smooth from what I can see. I'm not having to backseat coach from my couch. It was good to see them come out and play place third though after getting that loss. Yeah, I mean, I don't know that they even need to pick anybody up. If they can hold everybody together. Yeah, I was watching to make sure that the points were going to be too much of an issue. I mean, anything can happen, but it would take another performance that was like a not making Sunday type thing. So a very subpar performance to really cause a lot of trouble. Well, that's good. Yeah. I mean, like I was saying, I don't think they need to pick anybody up. They do have some depth in the roster. I mean, if anything, they play excuse me. If they play Kyle a little more, they play Mesco and AO a little more, I think that'll help if their players are getting tired. But I mean, most of those guys are in such good shape that it's not really that big of an issue. Yeah, but I mean, Zach can play the snake side, Vass can play the snake side. Drew plays the snake side pretty well. I mean, I don't think that that's his primary. But Kyle also played the D side when I coached. I mean, depending on the layout, I had him playing over there too, because you never know. Yeah. Well, and that's the other problem is like the layouts have not been exactly ideal. But that, I mean, that's where you have to have versatility. They seem like they're tough for media too. From what I've been seeing, the media seems to be getting just destroyed trying to record on the sidelines because of the way the layouts are set up. Normally there's a couple of like, kind of avoid this spot, but on these layouts, it seems like you're pretty much in the line of fire no matter where you stand. If you want to be able to see, you're going to be taking hits. Yeah, I mean, I've noticed a lot of the photographers and videographers that are recording, especially like the camp stuff that I've watched. It seems like he's getting blown up every other point or so. It's either a ref gets in his way, he moves and gets blown up, or he's getting blown up just standing there. Yeah, I think Fit also isn't doing well, because of they're now a known team, so people are scouting them heavier. They're starting to understand how their players play, so it's been a little different. I mean, when we played Fit, when I was coaching, it was pretty much if you could shoot Colt, and their communication falls apart. And if you can shoot, their Dorito player, I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but if you shot their Dorito player out, like their attack was gone. Yeah, I did see that. Didn't know you were doing another documentary. A Sea King has appeared. All right, let's rip another pack. Couple of quest bosses. Nothing we can do. Well, yeah. It's nice to kind of have multiple things in the fire. I was waiting for you to do another challenge ball. Didn't seem like that was going to be a one and done type thing. Hey, you leave Sea King alone. Got a hard life. No one wants to do it, huh? I'm surprised nobody wants to do it. That is true. Sea King and Magikarp are different Pokemon. Good job, Blazed. Waiting for something to come flying around the corner and thrown at me. Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess that makes it a little more difficult to do. I mean, I wonder if you could do like semi-pro edition instead of the pro edition. Because you got teams like the All-Stars that are all carbon. I'm sure you can get carbon on board. Another hunter level. Did give us another pack, so we'll rip that here in a second. All right, another pack. Nothing. Whole lot of nothing. Yeah, I mean, I could see Matt not wanting to fly out. I mean, I'm sure part of the reason you used him was his following too. That's why I was saying if you got a team like the All-Stars or someone like that, you could use Jackson instead of Matt. I mean, I'd be willing to do it for you as far as hosting it in person, but I don't have that kind of following to where it's going to help you at all. That would be interesting. I mean, I'm sure if you reached out to Chad, though, he'd tell you who to reach out to. But again, a lot of moving parts. Yeah, there's always that back-end drama. I mean, I wonder if, in theory, you could use different paints, right? You could let the challenger, or the rookie team, if you will, use Defy. And then if you use Camp, for example, you can have GI do their paint. Or just do what they did in the old day. Take the Defy paint and put it inside a GI box. Wouldn't be the first time that's been done. I'd just get him into a bidding war, though. Like Defy, if you want to be the only one. We're currently in a deal with HK or whoever, and play them against each other to see who can get the best support and deal. It's the beautiful thing about that industry is, like, everyone wants to beat the other one out, and they just want to have the exclusive rights. Okay, you can pay for the exclusive rights. Another pack to rip. Let's go. Yeah, and Inquisitor's Helm. Totally going to get that anytime soon. Ham Cloak. Okay. Lumberjack hat and blue dye. Yeah, I mean, obviously, first things first, right? Got to take care of your income before you take care of anything else. Again, that's the whole reason I'm sitting here streaming again and getting back in the saddle here, is because you got to take care of income before you take care of anything else. And unfortunately, this is one of the few things I can do. Can't exactly be traveling around and doing anything else at the moment. Yeah, I mean, when I originally was going to start this, no one was playing it yet. And unfortunately, because of therapy last week with my knee, I just was in too much pain, so it took me too long to start, and now everyone's doing it. So I didn't get the market share that I was looking for yet. But I'm sure people will fall off and not be consistent, and if I can just continue to truck along and be consistent, hopefully it'll make an impact. I mean, I'm pushing through the pain right now. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm getting a little antsy because the pain's starting to increase. There's nothing I can really do to make myself more comfortable while sitting here. My leg's already up and elevated. Oh yeah, I mean there's a lot of other stuff I could do. And Drew was talking to me about it too. He was like, "Hey, like you should start editing your videos and make them into YouTube videos." And the problem is right now just sitting at the computer is painful. So I only have so much that I can do. As I start to heal, it'll be a lot better, but it's going to take time to get there. He didn't want to go on the ball. I don't know what you want from him. Dogs do love balls, but they like to catch them. They don't like to go inside them. Ah, you don't know what the inside of a Pokeball looks like. Could be dark and scary. Maybe he doesn't want to be in there. Hey, it may be an excuse, but you didn't catch him, so maybe that's the reason. Just saying. Where's your private practice going to be? It's going to be out of the house, or? I know you mentioned your own space, so I didn't know if that was a spot you were leasing or work from home type thing. Oh, nice. Yeah, you're way out there, buddy. Level 28 Hunter. Working our way up here. No problem, no problem. Appreciate you hanging out. Always easier to do when you're talking to people. Lets the time kind of pass. Well, this is definitely slower than thieving by a good amount, but it is some new content. It is some more levels. It's going to help us with our total levels, so... Gotta spread out as much as we can, the content. I don't want to sit here and just do agility or thieving, 6 hours a day. But unfortunately, until we get more packs, we're stuck in very one-dimensional space. Yeah, for the random events like that, I'm skipping them, unfortunately, because we don't have Book of Knowledge unlocked, and we don't have the lamp unlocked. I'm not just going to stack them up in my inventory. But when we do, I'll do those more. Gotta keep plugging along here and hope we can boost up the levels enough to get some more packs opened. Now they don't want to land. They want to keep escaping. There we go. Another level and another pack. So we get here. A halo. Butterfly wing again. Old coin. Enchanted gem. Nothing. Unfortunate. Welcome in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just realized I had muted my mic when I moved it. My apologies. Nothing out of that last pack, unfortunately, though. Appreciate everyone swinging in and checking out the stream. Trying to play the new TCG locked Iron Man. Yeah, rookie mistake. Never did that before. I mean, it's not as bad as when I had, I don't know if you remember when we had people over and we did a, like, Super Smash tournament and no one told us, and everyone was chatting in the stream and no one told us that they couldn't see the game. That was fun. I think we played 2 or 3 rounds before anybody, and no one said anything. We ended up finding out about it. The mute button on this mic, though, is on the front of it. And if my beard hair touches it just a little bit... Yeah. If my beard hair touches the mic at all, it likes to mute itself. So... Hey, it was a fun time. Ooh, Paldean Whooper. yeah? Do you love the whoops? That's exactly what it is. Junior double bacon whooper. Not gonna play into your Whopper fetish over there. You know, haven't eaten fast food in a long time, and that actually sounds pretty good. I don't know why, because I know it won't be when I eat it, but it sounds good. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing taco hell. There's no way. That stuff hurts going in and out. That ain't fun for no one. Not a big fan. Got to be very drunk for that. I would do White Castles before I did that. Yeah, there we go. No way I'm doing anything with lettuce until that virus has completely and totally been gone. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life either. No way. Level 30. Almost to another pack. Ooh. Slow and steady. So far, we have opened 65 packs at 312 unique cards, 6 foils, and we still have nothing lower than a tower guard to do combat on, and no other skills unlocked other than agility, thieving, and hunter. Getting close to another pack, but we will have to see. Still trying to work our way up here. These birds just don't want to catch for some reason. Like I hit a level and they're like, nope, now I don't want to do anything. Right now, this is about 3k less XP than thieving. But it's been slowly increasing, so keep resetting it here just to see kind of where we're at. We're getting close. Essence Simpling just keeps flying around, trying to tease me like, hey, here's more Hunter XP, but you can't have it. I do have a couple of dupes that just sold off. Still just barely not a pack yet. So I'd be getting real close to the 1000 XP mark to where we get another pack just from XP. But we're going to get it from the level anyway. All right, let's rip another. Here we go. Sorry, Breeze, Team Cape. Go back. Okay. So that's Giant's Foundry. That's about it. Obviously, we don't have the rest for Giant's Foundry, so not like we can do that yet, but we're getting there. Slow and steady. But unfortunately, folks, I think that's going to be all for today. My knees started to kill me too much. I'm not able to sit here any longer. I will be back on tomorrow. Try to get on around 11 o'clock Central. I should be trying to go live by 11 o'clock. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone who came in. Appreciate You Are Enough. Thank you very much for the sub. Every little bit helps. So thank you very much. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Oh, you know what? There's a Pikachu in the chat, so I gotta wait now. I gotta let you catch that Pikachu. That would just be rude. Would be so rude for me to just end my stream right now and not let you get a chance at your Pikachu. Ooh, stepping it up and using the Great Ball. Ooh, I am so sorry. Yeah, hit him where it hurts. All right, guys, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for coming out. And You Are Enough, thank you again for the sub. We appreciate it. Like I said, every little bit helps. Tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central, I should be back on and grinding out some packs. If I get the strength later and my knee stops hurting, I'll get a bunch of packs ready for, again, the start of the stream. But we shall see how it goes. Make no promises.